What's up, everybody? I'm back in the building. Welcome to another episode of the Ladies VIP. Today, I'm joined by my girl, Shante, aka Pink Sapphire, in the building.
What up, everybody? What's good? What up, Angie?
What's up, girl? Shante, thank you for being here.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world, Angie. It's an honor. I'm surprised you asked, but I'm thankful and glad to
Of
be here.
course, girl. I haven't seen you. Listen, guys. For those of y'all that don't know, I took a little bit of a social media break, a clubhouse detox, social media, all the apps. I took a little detox. Sometimes it's good to do that and focus on
Yeah.
things that you need to focus on in your life, get certain things in order and stuff. So I haven't really been on the apps, and I haven't seen you since Friendsgiving. So I'm like, nah, girl, you got to come up on my show.
Yeah, I always say, you know what? Sometimes you got to take a step back to take a step forward. Get your head on a swivel, you know?
Absolutely, because you could get lost in the rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying, of the apps, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's procrastination and all that. I'm like, nah. But I miss y'all. I definitely miss the whole crew, the What's New York Sounds Like crew. I miss my relationship talk crew. I miss everybody, but I'll be back in April. So,
Well, we miss you too, Angie. You know it's not the same without you. You the
oh,
moderators of the moderators, so
I miss y'all, but I'll definitely be back very, very shortly. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you've seen this is the second installment of a series that I'm doing on my podcast. It's kind of like a branch off from my podcast. I normally do my interviews, but this is called the Ladies VIP series. And the first episode I did was with Lydia. You know Lydia, right?
right.
The first episode I did, and the topic was is pretty privilege, does pretty privilege exist?
Mm.
Yeah, so we going, guys, look out for a part two. And now I have Shante here. I mean, you could weigh in on that quickly before we get into what we going to talk about today.
It's
What
pretty
you think about
privileged.
that? Yeah.
I think for some it does. I mean, for me, it ain't been no privilege. I got mines out the mud, so I don't know.
She said I
I
work
don't
hard.
know. I worked hard. Ain't ish was handed to me, so I don't know. I'm just a regular girl from East New York that thugged my way through and try to make it happen. That's it. But I mean, for
Who
some,
happens to be pretty
yeah,
as
I mean,
well.
issue.
Shantae, shut up. I know you got pretty privilege, girl. Please. Shantae got
No,
pretty privilege. She lying to y'all. She being modest right now. She being
it
nice.
is. Somebody cash at me. Like I need.
Yo, with that being said, let me throw up Shantae's Instagram right here so y'all could, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could cash app her or whatever. But all jokes aside, before we get into our topic and stuff, tell people what you do. You got your clubhouse popping on Clubhouse. Um, Tell us, the type of rooms that you have in your club, and just tell the people a little bit about who Shantae is from East New York.
So, I mean, my background is actually I work in education, but when I'm not working my 9 to 5 corporate, I am on Clubhouse. I am creating. I recently started my own clubhouse called Pink Sapphire and Gems, a wordplay on the sapphire and then the gems, dropping wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's just
I love that.
my platform is more about educating and coming up with solutions from real people and kind of a collaborative, safe space.
I love that. I love that. So, how's it doing? I haven't had a chance to pass by. How are the rooms going? Do you like it? Do you enjoy what you're doing over there on Clubhouse?
For me, I like it because we do different things. I do games. The last
I love that.
conversation we talked about marriage, but it was a flip. Usually on Clubhouse, it's always men versus women, women versus men. But actually, we had some young men come on talking the opposite. They were talking about how they got married earlier in life, I guess at a time where most people would advise against it, and how they were actually happily married, encouraged it, and talked about the pointers, which I wasn't expecting, right? Because we're
Right.
always giving men a hard time and whatnot. So but it's been good. I plan on closing out this month with this was Women's History Month, Angie.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yep.
I plan to, just do an uplifting music play.
I love
That
that.
just to that songs that empower women and just celebrate us as a whole, because we do so much and we wear so many hats.
Definitely, definitely. Yes, that's and it also that's why I also like to have a series on the ladies on my channel because you I love to uplift, empower, and inspire, especially women. And being that this is Women's History Month, it'd be perfect to close out this episode with you. And I can't wait to get back on Clubhouse and see what's popping with your rooms. I'm definitely gonna slide by. I can't wait to see how that goes.
Definitely come on through. Come on through. What else? We got King Chick doing her room. Shout out to her. Everybody's expanding and breaking up. We got Lala's laboratory, so everybody's
Oh, I love that. I saw that. Yeah, shout out to Lala. I love that. That's so dope. So other than that, that's a little bit about Shante. You're definitely gonna see her more here on the channel. But you could find her on Instagram. I threw up her Instagram right here. Make sure y'all tap in with Shante. Her stuff is gonna be in the description as well. So y'all could definitely tap in with Shante. Definitely gonna be into the description. But yeah, Pink Sapphire, get into what she's doing. Um Wellness check. How you been? There's been a lot happening in the media, a lot, going on. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I've just been busy, working the 9 to 5, then doing the creative outlets and things like that. I'm supposed to be. I have some things in the work. We're gonna be quiet about that, but in April, um, just a lot of opportunities have been coming through this week. I have some interviews that I'm looking at. I have some
I love that.
prospects, some interviews with some old hip hop heads. I don't want to blow up my spot yet. I want to wait until it actually, the ink dries and see what's going to happen. And I just feel refreshed and like it's new beginnings. It's springtime.
Yes, I
So
love that. I love that. I'm a spring baby. I'm an Aries. My birthday is April 14th. So I feel so
oh,
alive during the spring. That's my time right there.
coming up soon. You got any birthday plans?
Yeah, I got some birthday plans. See, my birthday falls on Easter weekend.
Nice.
So I scheduled my main event to be the weekend after Easter. So
Cool.
I'm gonna be tapping into the tourist. I'm gonna be tapping into the tourist territory when I celebrate my birthday, but it's all good. But nah, I'm doing a little something every weekend of April. So I'm doing something this weekend, the following weekend, my birthday weekend, and then the last weekend. So we got some things going on. And you're definitely gonna be invited to one of those things. But I don't want to say too much about it on here.
Right. We don't want like just random people just popping on through.
Can you imagine? Not that I have like a whole bunch of followers, but you just never know who's watching. There could be people watching that's not subscribed to the channel, so I'm just keeping that on the low. Absolutely. So if you guys haven't been living under a rock, I mean, it's still news today. I'm sure you know what happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Of course. I
know that you saw the show that me and Kev did, and you had some things to say. What you think about that, Shante?
Oh God, where do I begin? I can understand the offense taken to the comments. It's a sensitive topic. I mean, she's not bald by her doing it, by a disease. So was the joke maybe perhaps insensitive? Yes. Did it warrant a smack? No. When it first happened and I saw the video clip, I actually thought it was staged at
Me
first.
too. I couldn't believe that.
I thought it was staged, and Then I'm like, that was a weak ass. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. That was a weak ass smack though, Andrew. What kind of smack was that?
I don't know, girl. I try not to really replay it and watch it like that because I just really don't like violence. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really like, the thought of, somebody assaulting somebody else. So it's like you ever watch something but you kind of don't look. So I didn't
Right.
see it live and I knew he was going to go there and smack him. So like as he was approaching him, I kind of didn't really look. So I kind of see like the still takes of what happened, but I didn't watch it in slow motion. I didn't really see it like that because I just felt so like I don't know. I just was stunned. I couldn't even believe that shit, yo. I was like, damn.
At first when he approached the stage, I was thinking maybe he's gonna grab the mic and say something witty back because Will Smith is also a comedian too. I mean, that's his foundation. He's all around, actor, rapper, comedian. So I thought it was gonna be something like that. I didn't expect that. And you know what? So much spotlight was on them two that, I didn't realize that D Nice, the DJ, was actually, hosting the Oscars and playing the
Oh
songs. And
wow.
I feel like it took away from a lot of the other things that was going on. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
special. You got Chris Rock, a black man hosting the show.
Yep.
Then you have, a lot of other people, including Will Smith, who actually won the Oscars that
Yep.
night. You have D Nice. That's an epic moment for us, and hip
Uh-huh.
hop and culture. That's
Right.
big, Angie.
I know.
Oscar ever have us, especially a hip hop DJ like D Nice, rocking the stage. So I just
Yep.
feel like people didn't even know that. So I wanted to say that. Shout out to D Nice, but because I feel like this took over, from what it was really supposed to be. So
It definitely did overshadow the entire event. Like this overshadowed the entire event. Like I don't even know who else won. Like you said, it took the spotlight off D Nice. It was just a situation that to me, I think people are still talking about it because it's the audacity of it all, the shock of it all. Um it is something that you wouldn't expect squeaky clean Will Smith to do.
right,
But what I'm even more surprised about is how he did it, turned around, sat down, was able to attend the rest of the ceremony, and then go party afterwards. It's
chilling
like
like
you, it's
nothing
just
ever
to me, I literally, if that was Kanye West that did something like that, they would have him under the jail, locked up in a mental institution. I feel like because it was Will Smith, there was a certain privilege to him being an A-lister and he
Yes,
got away with that. I feel like the Oscars didn't handle it properly. They should have me. I don't care, whether it's popular or unpopular opinion. I feel like they should have escorted him out quietly and not allow him to have that moment to get his Oscar on stage because he
yeah,
should have suffered the consequences for what he did when he did it. And a lot of people are saying, like a lot of comedians and people are coming out saying that they're
mhm,
traumatized from seeing it. And I'm seeing a lot of comments of people laughing at the people like, oh my God, how could you be traumatized? It was just a smack. You should grow up in the inner city and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's a certain level of being traumatized because if you saw that live, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially people that's not used to violence or not used to watching people get assaulted, like as much as we could say or try to normalize it, because we may see violence in our communities or people may be dying in our communities. So it's almost like we get numb to it. Not every community is like that. Not everybody is like that. What he did
right,
was an assault and it should have been, you understand what I'm saying, taken care of. And he shouldn't have had that moment. I think that every action, like when they tell you when you're younger, every action warrants a reaction. You can't
right.
assault someone and then be able to win an Oscar and then go to a party. Like that to me is wild.
I agree. I also feel like it was an overreaction. I mean, Chris Rock he's a comedian first and foremost. He's known for telling jokes. And I'm gonna keep it real. There's been plenty of times that I've seen Chris Rock tell jokes where I'm like, or my jaw just dropped. Like, it was like, oh, I don't know about that, Chris. There was a lot of he's known for doing that and jabbing like that. So I just felt that maybe if he would have if the reaction would have met the offense, so to speak. Like if he would have came
Right.
up on the stage, grabbed the mic and said something witty back to him or whatever, or a jab right back, fine. All right, you got
Right.
it in, even, but that we can't condone violence. If someone didn't put their hands on you, you
Right.
do not put their hands on them. And if I was Chris, I would have actually, it ain't even about the money. I would have actually pressed charges
Yeah,
just to send
right. I knew that Chris wasn't going to press charges because he's a G. So I knew he wouldn't have did that. But I
right,
feel like the Oscars should have had his back, the venue. They should have
right,
escorted him out and immediately disciplined
yeah,
Will. So Chris didn't have to. I could see them saying to Chris, like, all right, Chris is from Brooklyn. It's street code. You're not going to press charges on your brother or whatever. But I would have either got a payday. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Some people are like, he should sue Will. Because if
yep,
that would have been anybody else, they would have sued him, got Will arrested, everything. But even if Chris didn't do that, the venue is doing a review on what happened. But I feel
right.
like the punishment is not fitting the crime. I feel like he still got to. Who gets to assault someone and then go sit back down in the front row and chill?
You know what's amazing though? I feel like again, if it was anybody else that had just, it's the Oscars, so
At the
security's there.
Oscars at that.
People, right? It's people. Where was security when he came up on the stage? Like I'm just like,
Exactly.
really? That's what
And
we doing now? Like,
right. And where was security after the fact to tap him on the shoulder to say, come with us? LAPD is outside. You
exactly.
understand what I'm saying? This whole situation, and I feel like, it's going to be a domino effect because I feel like other people is going to see Will get away with this. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like people are going to start doing more stuff like this at
Yeah,
events and award shows, thinking that they could just do that, and it puts people, other comedians in danger and stuff like that. So, this whole situation is crazy. And then you see this clickbait title at the bottom of the screen: Will and Chris are modern men too soft? That's a topic that I saw, even though I'm off Clubhouse. I saw that there was a room. Um, Will and Chris are modern men too soft. Like, huh? So Chris was
there was.
supposed to just eat that? Like, what does that mean?
I have no idea. There was a whole Clubhouse lit up, Angie. There was a whole bunch of titles, things like saying, is it Jada's fault? There was things talking
Yeah,
about um oh, there were just so many different titles, saying, Chris got what's coming with. It was just a hot mess. I do not condone violence. I don't think that it warranted it. Was it, again, insensitive? Maybe. Was it worth him coming on the stage to hit? No, not really. And here's the other thing I didn't like either. I didn't like people spinning it into this whole movement of protecting women. I really
right.
don't feel that this had anything to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, jokes sometimes don't go well with the
Right.
audience. That's part of the job, you know what I mean? So I don't think it was it wasn't a blatant, like him stepping to his wife, being aggressive towards her, or getting physical, or in her face, or a violation of space. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
As
Right.
New Yorkers, we think of those things like, why are you in my space?
Right.
Back up, all right?
Exactly.
So I just feel like that. If it ain't no hands and it ain't no in my space, then it's like, let it fly. Words are words. Some jokes are not going to always go over well. It's a hit and miss for
Right.
comedians. It's a tough spot to be a comedian, because sometimes you're going to say a joke and it's not going to go over well with the audience or whoever. But I really don't
Yeah.
believe that meant it in any kind of ill will. And I'll say this: the acceptance speech of Will was very interesting
I couldn't
because he
even
started.
watch it.
Mhm.
Shante, I literally got, when you get secondhand embarrassment for people? Like
Right.
after I saw that, I could not even bring myself to watch it because it was so cringe what Will did, and the audacity and the disappointment and the disgust for Will after that behavior. Because I felt it even more because Chris Rock is my favorite comedian. I love Chris Rock.
Yeah.
So the fact that no one checked on him, the fact, like, that's why I think I'm so passionate about it, because I love Chris Rock.
Right.
I couldn't even watch Will Smith's what's the name, because his acceptance speech, because I was so like secondhand everything. Like, I don't even want to watch you. I'm so
I
disgusted.
Yeah. So you didn't see any of the clips or anything. You didn't
The
see a
only
clip.
thing I saw the
Mhm.
clip of his acceptance speech where he was crying, but I didn't even want to listen to him. I just hurried up and I passed it. I have to
Right.
really sit down and force myself to watch the
Right.
slap and the acceptance speech. I just saw him crying and I was just like over it.
So what I just want to quickly point out is that the acceptance speech is where it's a little bit more telling to me. If you really listen carefully to Will Smith, I'm paraphrasing. He says something to the effect of sometimes, you gotta smile and act like everything's okay,
I heard
and
he
things
said that.
like that, right? So that to me is a big clue because I listen to really
That
listen.
something is up going on.
That something going on, and it's much deeper than what Chris said. I feel like
Right.
honestly, if anyone would have said something to anyone, could have got it. You know what I mean? I think
Right.
he was just close to the edge, and I think that there's a lot of different things and factors to consider, like just everything that he's been through the last couple of years, the Red Talk, the August Alsina, and all the other things that have come out about their relationship that maybe
Right.
he, wanted to support his wife, but didn't really necessarily want to be talking about with us. So, I think it's a lot. And that speech, I know you don't really want to watch it, Angie, but if you could
I'm
stomach
gonna
to watch
watch
just a
it.
little bit, it's very telling that it's deeper than Chris. And I'm a park it there.
Definitely. I mean, with all that crying and his facial expression and the little, key phrases that I heard him speak about, I
Right,
figured, he was definitely dealing with some mental health issues and that, I guess he was just tired of it was like a cry for help in a way,
right.
and Chris had to be the brunt of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the cherry on top, what Chris said, and Chris had to get it. But it's like I'm sorry, like my heart goes out to Chris. He had it and he ate that slap. You know what I'm saying? And nobody came to it wasn't that's what bugs me out. It was like you would think that security would rush the stage after that and somebody would escort, Chris one way and escort what but the fact that no one did anything was just crazy and then I heard Chris kept going with his speech and presenting awards and everything like,
Yeah,
huh? If I was Chris, I'd sue the Academy Awards. I
right,
can't. Y'all hired
right,
me to do a job in this venue and I got assaulted. Give me my
right,
money.
right. I'm gonna say this though. Shout out to Chris Rock for the restraint.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, I would have. Yo, I'm telling you
Because
that. Yes.
coming from New York, by the time the imprint of a hand would have came across my face, my hand would have just
Yes.
automatically, my reflex would have been. You understand what I'm
The
saying?
fact
I
that
can't
he
believe.
ate that and then was like, oh, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Like, and kept in character. It's like, yo, I would have freaking. It would have been like that Cardi and Nicki. I would have took my shoe off and flung it at him. I would have flung the
Yeah,
mic stand. I would have picked stuff up. Like, no, like we not.
Angie, you from uptown? I'm from Brooklyn, East New York. You already know, like
I'm picking up that mic. I'm
it's
picking up
really
that.
gonna be an Oscar performance at that moment. Like for real. And I'm not liable for what I do next. I
Absolutely.
shout out to him for being like, and he kept it going. He played along with it, and that's why at first I thought maybe it was part of his skit
Right.
because he's a character. Woo! Shout out to you, Chris Rock, because I could not.
I hope he gets paid. And speaking of that, Tony Rock, his brother, came out and said that he's not accepting Will's apology. So Tony Rock is not having it.
Mm-hmm. On a flip note, they said that Chris Rock's tickets, because April Fool's usually time a lot of
Yep.
comedian shows, his tickets skyrocket.
Of course, his tickets are gonna skyrocket because people want front row seats to see his response after,
Right.
because that his routine is gonna have this in it, and they want to see what Chris Rock gotta say. So they
Yes.
kind of buying tickets to see, what's gonna happen on that thing. But it's like, yo, I don't care what anybody says. Y'all not gonna sit here and act like Chris Rock is not a legend. Y'all not gonna sit here and act like he didn't give us legendary stand up like, come on, we're not gonna sit here and act like Chris Rock is not the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nah. That whole
Nah,
situation just,
it's
I'm
tough.
definitely team Chris on this.
Me too. Hands down.
Absolutely. Yeah. Um. Okay. What do you think is in the future for comedians now, Shante?
They might have to have a bounce on the stage or something. On I don't know. A bottle of spray, a can of mace. I don't. I don't know because obviously security
Not a can of mace.
is not doing what they're supposed to do. So if it comes down to me and you got to get sprayed or laid or something got to happen.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we can't have people charging to the stage like that. I mean, let's look at plenty of people who bum rush the stage, like Little Mama. She was made to feel bad for bum rushing the stage, and she was just trying to show appreciation during the awards with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. So I mean,
Yep. You make
that's
a
I
good
think
point.
security is going to be needed because you just cannot have people just randomly coming up to the stage. It's not part of the program or part of a script.
Girl, they turned it into the Source Awards.
But you
You can
mean?
hear me, Shante?
I hear you.
I said they turned the what's the name? They turned the Oscars into the Source Awards because back in the day, girl, in the Source Awards is anybody that had beef the whole year. They would see each other at the Source Awards, and everything was always happening there. People be like, this was before social media, and people, whatever they would find out their information through CDs or magazines. They would wait until the Source Awards. I said, not the Oscars being the Source Awards.
I know. They ain't even want us in there, Angie. Now we there. Look how we acting.
I cannot. Who said
reactions for me? It was the reactions for me. Did you see some of the celebrities in the in the audience?
Girl, Lupita's face, I died. I need that face on a t-shirt. I need to get a still shot of Lupita and put it on a sweatshirt because Lupita's face had me dead.
It was.
I was just crazy. Like,
we got to do better. We coming out of a pandemic. Life is too short. We got to not take things in ourselves so seriously and really count up the cost of things and say, is it really worth losing my peace?
Yep.
Is it really worth it? And also, I encourage everyone, everyone's been going through it for the past years. We lost people, even though we're trying this big push, especially in New York City, to get everything back to normal. Like, people are not okay, like mentally. No. And so I encourage anyone out there, is no shame in it. If you need to talk to somebody or, speak to a therapist, like, do it,
Right.
I've worked with therapy before. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It don't mean you crazy. Everyone needs someone that they can talk and release and work through some things without feeling judged, and sometimes
absolutely
you can't get that family and friends. So if you got to do it, do it.
Absolutely. And what's even more scary is the fact that somebody like Will, who's so squeaky clean without like a history of this, could do something like that and not be able to control himself and master his emotions, because that's even more scary, because when you lose control like that, you don't know what a person could do. And he's somebody that can afford the best of the best therapists, the mental health and all this other kind of stuff. So there should be definitely an outlet. There is but so much someone could take. You know what I'm saying? Right. And who knows, they might have had beef prior. It might have been like he, we don't know the ins and outs of what's going on, but prayers to him, because there's a lot of hurt. And I know Jada was like, she came out with a meme, oh, this is the season of healing and all this other kind of stuff. So they probably definitely dealing with a lot. But that still doesn't excuse violence on other people though. That's the thing. That's because here's the thing. This is what I said to Kev. I said, Chris Rock is of a particular age. If Will would have did that to Chris Rock and he would have lost his footing and he would have fell back and his head would have cracked against that marble and something would have happened, that could have been a body on Will Smith. You understand? That's a murder. God forbid. Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? So one split second of making a wrong decision could change your life forever. You don't know what's going to happen when you put your hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Anything. He could have lost his footing, broke his neck, slipped. And that's, you can't deny the assault. Everybody saw it. So that's kind of like another thing that I was just like, Will's wild and he needs to get help.
Right. But you know what? It also speaks to the fragileness of all of us, right? No matter how squeaky clean someone is, everyone has a
A breaking
certain
point.
breaking point.
Yep.
Period.
Absolutely. But I wanted to show you this real quick. We could come back to one stuff like that if you want a little bit later, but I wanted to show you this. Give me 1 second. I'm getting new with this. Give me one moment. I want you to watch this. This is a little bit on a somber, a little bit sad, but give me 1 second. Did you see this, Shante? Hold on one moment. This is Tony Braxton opens up in her first interview since her sister Tracy's death.
Hmm.
We're here for
Sis, how
We're
you
not gonna
doing?
watch.
I'm good, sis, and we're here for
We
you.
won't watch the whole thing. I just wanted to show you a little clip. Well, actually, this
Okay.
wasn't the clip I was looking for. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Look, y'all, I'm gonna get better at producing this. We could talk. We could talk a little bit about this while I find the clip, because that's a 12-minute interview. Ain't nobody got time for that. But they said that Tony Braxton, has opened up since her sister Tracy died. That's such an unfortunate situation.
Oh,
I didn't even know she was sick.
shout out. Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't either. But I think it made all of us just stop. Like what we were like, I just froze when because I couldn't believe it.
Right.
Um, I did a little digging, and I had well, first off, I want to say, condolences to the Braxton family. I mean, what a
Yes.
beautiful family, what a talented family, and their bond as sisters. I love the Braxtons' family values. On
Me too.
WeTV, I watched every damn season. I cried, I laughed, I felt like I was part of the family, especially with Miss
Same.
Evelyn girls. Like it was funny to me because no matter how like grown and adult and they have their own lives, when their mother came in and told them, listen, y'all better work this ish out. Like she instilled that like y'all are sisters, y'all all y'all got. We are family, no matter what. And
Yep.
just the way that Tony Braxton, because they first all started out singing. They were gonna
I
get the
know.
deal, try to get it together, but
Yep.
the record label just wanted Tony, but she looked out for her sisters. Like, well,
She
I'm taking
did.
them on the road with me. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's a testament to the strong values that they mom, they dad, their family, instilled in them. And I think they are a beautiful, gorgeous family. All the sisters are beautiful in their own right. It was so
Yes.
sad.
I
Yeah.
know, because you get so close to them. All right, I found the clip, Shante. This is Tony Braxton, y'all, speaking out about, Tracy.
By more than just DNA. We're so close. We're more than sisters. We're kind of like twins, I like to call it. We're bound together by more than just DNA, by blood, and it's just something special that my parents did such a fantastic job with raising all of us together, making us so close.
Toni Braxton is speaking out about the death of her sister Tracy for the first time. This singer opened up about the heartbreaking loss during an appearance on Tuesday's Tamron Hall and shared how she's been processing her grief.
To lose one makes it a little more difficult. Sometimes
Yeah.
I wake up every morning and I go, oh, did I dream it? Did I dream it? And I have to remind myself, no, she's gone, but she's been here with us for 50 years. So I try to relish in that moment, and I try to smile about it and just be grateful for the time you have. And you have to always remember to be kind to one another.
Tracy had appeared alongside Toni, Tamar.
I'm going to stop sharing this screen because I don't want to be posting other people's journalism, because it don't sound like that's the clip from ET. It sounds like it's somebody
Right.
else, but you get the gist of
Right.
it. So
I do. And isn't that she talked about just how close they were, and their mother always, made them look out for each other, and that there's so many memories, and that's really what it's about. The memories, and as we're trying to get back to normal, I say just love on people,
yes.
be kind, be kind. Try to, if you have, any, I don't want to sound like all like preachery and stuff, but if you have any, hard feelings towards somebody, try to make amends. try to reach out to the person. It may never be the same, but apologize. I mean, try to just,
Right.
because you just never know if that's the last time. And there's so many times people have, said, people I know, people we heard of, celebrities, that they're like, I was holding this grudge against my sister or my mother, and I haven't spoken to her for 15, 20 years. And
I
then
know.
she passed. And then it's devastating, because it's like I never got to really, find peace with that. So that is tough.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I did, a few days after the shock of it all, because like I said, we didn't know that, and she probably wanted it to be that way, I would presume. She had esophageal cancer. I know someone that passed away from it. It's quite painful. Um, and But the thing that touched me was, so all the sisters had put up the same picture in memory of their sister Tracy Braxton, and I saw a picture that her son, her only son, had put up of her, and he had got married to his high school sweetheart, and that was the picture, which was like the last like real public picture outing she had, and that picture really was like, wow, because she didn't look like herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see that picture.
So frail, and I was like, wow. And this was 2021. That picture is dated.
Damn.
But I just said, wow. I mean, she's did a lot. She's accomplished a lot with her sister. She's got to see her son, get married. She got to see him have his grandchildren. And I don't know why that picture stuck out to me, but I guess it stuck out to me because it was like, wow, all this stuff happened before she passed, and she got to see that and witness that. And it's like, meanwhile, you got people, Angie, that's 30, 40, 50, still talking about something from 1972. It's like, or still talking about they might do something. It's like, you gotta live. You gotta get busy living.
Right.
You gotta get busy living. That's the phrase of today. Like, get busy living, because
that's so
it's not
true.
permanent. It's no
That's
guarantee.
so true. It's just it's really I mean, thank God for the years that she did have on earth, and the great family that she had, and the show, and the fact that they let us in their lives and we got so attached to her and she was so loved and everything like that. What really touched me was, that they were saying, like, towards the end of her life, that she knows she was passing, and she was in the bed with her mom, and she had her mom all the way there until the end. And then I thought to myself, like, damn, when you get news like that and it's your last moments, like, that shit is a hard pill to swallow when you're about to pass.
It is. But it also speaks to the testament of, you're not really rich until you possess something that money can't buy,
Right.
which is love and support. She was
Yep.
surrounded by love. And I
She
also want to say
was.
shout out to her husband, because Tracy had been with him like years. They go back since they was
Yeah.
like in their 20s, like 18, 19. I mean, what a beautiful testament to have.
She had a great life.
Yeah, a full life. A
She
very
did.
full life. Many of us won't even get close to accomplishing the things that she was. But what sticks out the most to me about what you said about her mom being there is, like, we're always in a rush. We're always, looking for the next best thing. I think the pandemic slowed us down, Angie, to be like, where am I going in life? Let me assess some things.
Yep.
And is this really what I want? Is this happiness to me? Yeah. So it's like, I always say, like, when you get to the end, and we don't know our end, we all have a marked time. We on borrowed time here on earth. But I always say, like, when it's all said and done, who will you be surrounded by?
Right.
At that final moment, I even ask myself that question. It's real deep things that I think about that. I always say death shocking deaths like that. While it wasn't shocking to her family because they wanted to, probably deal and respect her
Right.
privacy. To us, we didn't know, right?
Yep.
And she's still so young, only 50. So it's like she still has so much.
That's what
more
I'm
to,
saying. Yep.
It made me
That's
reflect because like I'm not close to 50, but I ain't that far from it either. I'm in my
Same.
30s. So I'm just like, I'm 36. So I'm just like, wow, if I only
Right.
had X amount of years, that's only 14
That's
years
what I
away.
said.
You know?
That's what I said. I said, I ain't that far from freaking 50, you know. Like, I'm still in my 30s, but I'm just saying.
Right. Right. It's just like, wow, what if you really only did have that amount of time? How would you spend it? Who would you love?
Absolutely.
Who would you want in your last taking breaths? I always say, ooh, I don't know what happened. Angie. Angie, you there?
I'm here, Shante. I'm back.
Okay, where did you go?
I was trying to pull up something on CNN and my computer just, I don't know, I got too many tabs open and it just dropped me. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, Shante. But I knew because this happened before when I did Respect the Business Owner Part 1. I dropped and there was 3 other people on the screen and they were talking and I was able to get back in. So I knew that the broadcast would still be running.
Oh, okay.
But I'm getting good at editing and stuff, so I'll probably just edit that part out. If not, listen, this is real life. What? Hello? If y'all could watch the Oscars and see somebody get assaulted, y'all could see me drop from the damn screen. Shoot.
I know that's right.
Speaking of which, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you because CNN, well, I just want to give, Tracy her just due, we can end that out and close that out with rest in peace to Tracy. I want to show you what CNN said about what the Oscars are doing with Will and his disciplinary actions, and then we could get to the meat and potatoes of the podcast, which is the main topic. I got a few main topics, but it's going to be, more fun. And then I'm not going to keep you here all night, Shante. We'll play a few games, and then you could be out of here, girl.
Okay, cool.
All right, so let's see. Yo, Shante, if I drop, just keep the party rolling. Just talk to them, girl.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so this is what I wanted to show you. All right. I got to get me a different computer because this is not. All right, hold on. Let's see, guys. All right, look. It says Academy initiates disciplinary action. Let's see what's going on here. Academy initiates disciplinary proceedings against Will Smith. Says he was asked to leave the ceremony and refused. It says the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences have initiated disciplinary proceedings. Oh, so they probably gonna press charges against actor Will Smith over his actions on the Sunday's Oscars. The group announced on Wednesday. Board of Governors today initiated disciplinary proceedings against him for violation of the Academy's standard of conduct, of course, including inappropriate physical contact, abusive or threatening behavior, and compromising the integrity of the Academy. Yep. The statement also claims that Smith was asked to leave the ceremony after the incident and refused. The Academy said it recognizes we should have handled the situation different.
Right.
Girl. That's what we just said. I knew that was going to happen. This is where the what you warrant causes. Every action is a reaction. He may not have had it right then and there, but he's going to get his because you can't get away with that. There's no way.
Right.
And
they have to send a strong message for future shows that this is not going to be tolerated. That's what it is.
Absolutely. So we going to keep I guess we're going to keep we're going to keep a watch and see what's going on, you know what I'm saying, with that. But I have a feeling it's not going to be looking good for Mr. Will. He's going to have to shell out a lot of bread. But all right, so I got a couple of main topics that I want to talk about today on the show, but we could get to the topic. Here we go. Let's see. Is ghosting ever okay? What you think, Shante?
I was just talking about this. Here's the thing. When you first meet someone, like, I think we all know there's a consensus of it's just dating. You're getting to know one another. There's not an actual bond or a glue yet. There's no, like, real relationship established yet. So technically, you don't really owe someone an explanation. But for me, I'm a little old school. I just think it's the polite thing. I think I'm nice. So I'm not saying you gotta give a whole explanation and whatever have you, but I don't see what is wrong with just saying, hey, I think you're cool. It was nice hanging out. I don't feel a chemistry or like a romantic vibe, and I just leave it like that. Because my thing is, this is a small world. And I've seen things where people ghosted people and then be at people's weddings and then they cousins. I had a friend that she met someone through a dating app. She dated, but they found out that they had mutual friends and that one of his closest friends was actually one of her cousins.
Oh Lord.
So, it got really messy in the sense of like, you could go to someone's wedding or someone's baby shower, and then this person you ghosted, Papa. I've seen things like that happen. So I just like to leave things on a good note because this world is not as big as we think it is. It's a very small world. You don't know who knows who. Or I've seen things where people went on interviews and then they're like, oh yeah, you was that one that ghosted me. So all types of situations happen. But I just say, politely thank them for the time, conversation, and just, let them know, hey, I'm not feeling the sparks. And you don't have to give them a whole big old detailed explanation. Just keep it moving, but say something. That's not nice to ghost people. But I get it why some people.
Have you ever ghosted somebody?
Actually, yes. But that was because they were doing some weirdo-ish. And that's what I also wanted to say. Angie, like if you're doing things like I've already told you I don't like, like I don't see this going past something and you're still calling me anyway, or I've asked you because I've peeped your game, I've gauged you enough to know he's sports fishing, he don't really want nothing.
Right.
He don't really want nothing. And I'm like, and I catch you out on your game, like, listen, and I know you still got a situation, an entanglement, whatever you want to call it going on.
Not the entanglement, Lord, no pun intended.
Please, on these, and I tell everybody, you got to be careful on these dating apps today because a lot of people be in a whole marriage, a whole baby mama situation.
Hello, exactly.
Trying to talk to you like as if they single, they just sports fishing. So if it's a situation like that, or just something that you're doing that's just egging me the wrong way, I'm not liking the vibes, and I ask you to leave me alone. And I've had it. I think we've all where I don't know, people don't understand no,
right?
And they be psycho-ish. So yeah, I gotta ghost you, and I gotta block your ass too.
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie. I ghosted this guy before. Back in it was like 2013. This is when like the dating apps were kind of popular. Mm-hmm. And I don't really mess with the dating apps like that. Like I don't have Tinder, Bumble. I don't have none of these. There's people that's actively on dating apps. I'm not on dating apps. The last dating app, I think this had to be like POF 2012, 2013. This is how long ago it was. Oh, damn. Should I tell this story? I wonder. Anyway, I'm going to tell it. So the guy, I saw his picture. We were chatting a little bit. And then we met up downtown in Chelsea to, have a date. He was literally a decade older in person than he was in the pictures that he put on the dating website. Okay. That was number one. 20 pounds heavier. Now, listen, I'm not body shaming anybody. If you knew me for more than a decade, you know I've been every size from this to fat and everywhere in between. I go 100 pounds here, 100 pounds. Like, I'm different sizes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not shaming nobody, but whatever current size you are, you should post that as your current picture. So he was like a good 20 to 30 bigger than his picture and a good decade older. So I wasn't really.
That picture probably was a few years back.
Yeah, it looked like it was about 10 years back. So when I met him in person, I was just like not really feeling him like that. So I didn't want to be rude, you know, because when you're in that situation, like especially me, like I'm still gonna be friendly, I'm gonna be nice.
Right.
You know, we had a few drinks. I ordered a little, you know, appetizers and stuff. And I knew I wasn't feeling him, so I offered to like, you know, never ever if I'm with a guy that I'm digging and stuff like that, most of the time, like the men, they get insulted if I try to pay. They'll always pay. This time I'm like, let me help pay because I don't want to give you any ideas. But he didn't let me pay. He paid. But he was really feeling me. Like I remember going to the bathroom and coming out of the bathroom and he was like in the hallway. Like, what you thought I was like it was like the men and women's bath. I can't even say the venue because if I say where it was, if he ever watches this, he might know. And even though I say it's back in 2013, Shante, he still be keeping up with me, trying on the apps, finding me in different places and stuff. So anyway, you know, I had went to the bathroom and stuff, came out the bathroom. He was waiting for me in front of the bathroom. I'm like, excuse me, like trying to walk around him, like what I'm supposed to do, hug you when I come out the bathroom, like, pardon me. You know what I'm saying? So I finished the dinner and stuff, you know, the pleasantries and stuff. And he was on me for a long time after, but I just couldn't bring myself to tell him that I wasn't feeling him. So I kind of ghosted him. But the crazy thing about it is my number been the same since the early 2000s. So he had like my real number. So I be to this day, sometimes I'll get on an app, like he'll be trying to add me on Snapchat and I got like, or different apps. It's almost like with my number, you know, with someone's number, you can find them. And he really, that is kind of bugged out. So yeah, I've ghosted somebody off a dating app before. And in my life now, in the present, in 2022, I'm more mature. You know, I was in my late 20s then, you know, like, you know, I'm a little bit better with saying like, I'm not feeling you, but listen to what they said here. This is, look at this. I don't want to do the screen sharing because I don't want my computer to crash, but look, let me turn this on.
Copy and paste that. Well, I've heard it. Well, that.
All right, check it.
I don't know how to say like, I enjoy my time with you, but I just don't see us dating in the future. And copy and paste that. Well, I've heard it. Well, that I've heard of too, where people get mad that I heard once this guy was like showing off his standard text he said. Right. And these people were like, this guy's an asshole. I don't think that's an asshole. And I was like, I don't think it's an asshole at all. I was like, at least he's like, you know, it is a little ego-driven, narcissistic, but like, listen, if you have a good text, I had a text that I would send that I crafted. I would copy it from a different text and send it. I mean, think about it, if you get a rejection letter from a college, is it personalized? Fair. Like no one's like, Yale didn't even tell me, like, didn't even give me the opportunity to like discuss this with them. Like, that's not how life works. The feedback is that Yale has never had their penis inside of you. But the guy didn't make you write a whole application. Sure. And like an essay. Yeah, he didn't ask for much. He even paid for the drinks. Exactly.
So basically they're saying it's better to have a go-to text than to ghost. So the girl was just saying like, listen, I have a rejection text on deck and I'll just cut and paste it to people.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. Again, I didn't say you have to give a whole Dear John letter.
Right.
No, but I mean, I think there's a difference between being in your 20s and your 30s. There's a different sophistication. And I think that we're also like, you know, at the height or, you know, mid-career people. So nobody has time to be faking and baking and doing all the extra and the most. Like, if you're not feeling it, you ain't feeling it. And I think we all should be mature to just move on.
Exactly. And I'm the type of person, I'm happy for people. There's been guys that I've dated that I've told them, like, you're not the match for me. And in less than a year, they're engaged. And I'm double tapping a picture on Instagram. I'm happy for you that you met your match. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, so that was.
Sometimes you need to do it. I mean, just for me, I just kind of I'm a straight shooter. I ain't got time. I'm a grown ass woman. And I'm just going to let you know straight up and down. And I want to just piggyback off of you talking about opting to pay. If I'm not feeling you, you will know, because I do the same thing, Angie. I will pay for your drinks and send you on your way gladly. Like,
I was trying to pay like half the bill, not the whole bill. Now I was trying to pay my portion because, I feel bad. I'm not going to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I don't like you. But if I did like you, you better believe you paying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely. But talking about the ghosting thing, I remember having a conversation on Clubhouse where the guys were saying that I guess girls that they were interested in, that they was hitting up, is it ghosting if the girl just stopped responding? Like, let's say they're on a dating app or Instagram or something, and they having a conversation. And then, like, you know how sometimes you could talk to somebody, you might be interested in them in the beginning, but then when they open their mouth and they start talking, you might lose interest. They felt a way that the girl, just stopped talking to them and never answered. And they feel like that was a form of ghosting.
Right. It's funny. I was going to say that a different dynamics is something similar to that. I mean, me personally, if I was talking to someone and they just stopped texting me, I'm like, either something happened or the conversation, again, just didn't gel well with them.
Right.
Tomatoes. It's the same thing as applying for a job.
Right.
It just may not be a cultural match. You may be good on the paper, right?
Right.
It may not be a culture fit. You know what I mean? With the,
absolutely,
with the work environment. So, I mean, you keep going. Just like dating and anything, you knock on one door, it closes, it'll open up the next. But I will say this. I don't have a problem with you ghosting me, but don't ghost me and then try to check back in. I'm going to need you to stay your ass gone.
Ghost me and then spin the block. It's like, oh, okay, so what happened with you and that chick? Is that why you back?
They do that. And then expect you to remember, because I done deleted your number. First of all, your number's not saved in my phone anyway if I just met you. I'm just putting
hello.
Who the hell are you? Like, we ain't kick it yet. Then, okay. And then, so then you ghosted me, and then I've had it done to me 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month later, you want to circle back. Hey, Tay. Hey, Shante. And it's like, I'm like,
who's this?
Who this?
Yo, that happened to me the other day. Listen, that happened to me the other day. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all, because the more y'all come to my channel, y'all going to get to know my business. Because listen, at the end of the day, y'all know Howard Stern's business, Joe Budden business, Oprah Winfrey, Angie Martinez. I got to be more open and tell y'all my business, I guess, if I want to be out here on the damn internet. But I'm going to still have some anonymity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to really like go too crazy. But during the pandemic, you know how you had to like stand outside in order to get into stores and stuff like that. So last year, at the height of the pandemic, it might have been 2021, summer of 2021, I was standing outside of Best Buy. I had to go get some ink from my printer. And this is when the lines used to be long. You making friends out there because you out there for like 30 minutes trying to get in Best Buy. So this guy tried to talk to me or whatever. He looked older. You know what I'm saying? He looked like me and you, we in our 30s and stuff. But sometimes, people might think, I don't know about you, but people in their 20s think I'm their age, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. I'm not your age. Yeah. So this guy was talking to me or whatever the case may be. He seemed like a really nice person. And I had asked him something about some electronics that I was interested in. So we exchanged numbers because I told him I was going to ask him about the, what I had to ask him.
Right.
He tried to holler at me. I asked him his age. He had to be like 25. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker. I got, mind you, I didn't even save his number, nothing. I just told him I wasn't interested in him, and that was it. I get a text the other day talking about, hey, Angie. I'm like, who is this? We met at Best Buy last year online, so. Dude, Don't you know I ain't never responded to him? Hello, because I told yes, because I told you last year you was too young for me and I wasn't interested in you, and I didn't save your number. But you think you're gonna spin the block a year later? Does that make? Did you age 10 years in 1 year?
Yeah, he's a year older now.
Hello, I don't think so, sir. So yeah, I just immediately erased it. I didn't even respond to him. I was like, what?
Block. We talk about
Exactly.
roses. You need to just block.
Absolutely. Exactly. Thank you. Next, Ariana Grande. I cannot. All right. So this. Go ahead. What you said, Shante?
Nah, I'm just saying. When you leave, just don't. When you walk out that door, just don't come back no more. Like, stay gone.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gave him. I shouldn't have gave him his number in the first place. Shoot.
Maybe you
probably
think he could fix something for you and being handy.
He ain't fixing nothing. I'm good. I'm good, sir. Stay over there, please. I'm not interested. I got one more quick topic that I want to touch on before we get into these games, Shante, because I don't want to keep you here all night, my girl. What you think about this? Temporary relationships, every man's dream. What you think about that?
Can you elaborate? What do you mean by temporary relationship, every man's dreams?
All right, so I have read there's a podcast that I listen to. I don't know if I should big them up. I'll tell you behind the scenes. And they had like an emailer that basically said something along the lines of, you know what? Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna try to read this. I'm gonna try to read this to you. Something along the lines of she moved to the guy's city for like 13 weeks or something like that. And he wanted to. Oh man, I gotta find this story. I guess
I need a scenario.
What happened?
I need a scenario of this.
Yeah, let me find this real quick and I'm gonna tell you the scenario. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, let's see if I find this real quick. All right. It's coming. All right, here we go. So the emailer submitted screenshots with a guy she was seeing while living in his city for 13 weeks. And it's pretty clear he's not interested in extending her stay. How should she bring up her work situation to avoid guys who only see her as a short-term hookup? So, yeah. So, I guess she was seeing this guy, probably sleeping with him. She was living in his city for 13 weeks. She probably wanted to be with him. And instead, it's pretty clear he's not interested in extending her stay. I guess he wasn't interested. I guess he was interested in her for that time to kick it with her, but I guess he don't want to turn it into a relationship. So it says, how should she bring up her work situation to avoid guys who only see her as a short-term hookup? Because I don't know what she does for a living, but if she's in different cities for a short term, how could she decipher what's real and what's not? Because a guy like, oh, you only here for X amount of time, you know what I'm saying, could act interested just to get that, you know what I'm saying, whatever he's looking for.
I would say, why doesn't he fly out to where she's at if he's serious about pursuing something, you know?
Exactly. See, they could tell you that in the beginning. They could tell you, yeah, we're going to do that. But it could just be them fronting just so they could get you for those little couple of weeks. And then when you out of here, it's like, all right. So I guess maybe, I don't know, because I didn't listen to the episode. I just saw, I was like, this is a good question. You know what I'm saying? Temporary relationships, every man's dream. We could even take it out of their situation and their emailer. We could even just talk about in general. I feel like majority of the men be here for a good time, not a long time. I'd be like, I feel like they don't want to commit.
I agree. We got a big problem in today's dating world with commitment and consistency.
Yes.
So that's the thing for me. That's the biggest test for me to really tell if a man is serious or just sports fishing or just playing with me, the consistency. Because she's made it too easy for him. Let's take the example that you were just talking about. If the nature of her job causes her to fly into their town. I mean, that's easy pickings for them. They ain't have to put no effort forth. Let me tell you something. What a man or a human being values is two things, and you'll always know this for certain: where they spend their time and where they spend their money.
Hello.
They ain't returned the favor and got on a flight to come see you where you at, or try to like, you know what? I know you came into town, but I really like you know, the experience. I really love spending time with you, because one thing I know for certain, we know what it's like to be played with as women, but we also know what it's like to be pursued.
Yes.
When a man really, really, really likes what he sees and what he's experiencing with that woman, he's going in. He's going to pursue you, not chase you. I want to distinguish the difference, but he's going to pursue, and he's going to put forth that effort. He's going to make that time. Like, for example, I was dating this guy, and he flew around times, and sometimes I would fly with him, but a lot of times he would make more so the effort, because I was more stable here in New York, to come see me whenever he had a break. Trust and believe it, ladies and gentlemen. If a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, a man that findeth a good woman findeth a good thing. That's the way I feel. I want to be pursued. You know,
hello.
And I feel it's a woman's job to respond. You know what I mean?
You need to sweat me. You need to be on me. You need to shower me with compliments. I need to know that I'm the apple of your eye, even though I might not be the apple of your eye. Make me feel like I'm the apple of your eye. You know what I'm saying? Till I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be.
It's gonna make the time. I had guys like literally be on family trips, and I was dating them, and then they were like, I can't wait to see you. So when I come back in town, I already got the itinerary ready. That's the kind of effort I'm talking about. That's
Get that motivation. Let's go.
That I'm talking about. If it's not there, she seems, in the situation or scenario you talked about, it seemed like she's doing more of the meeting them where they are. I don't see what effort they're reciprocating back. Has to be reciprocal.
Right, that's the problem. Exactly. And you'll know it's true by the way he pursues you, and even after the sex. Because if he's still pursuing you hard like that, even after y'all sleep together, he's into you. Absolutely. I don't believe that whole I'm too busy stuff. Men, even the busiest, I don't care if you Jay-Z, I don't care if you're, Jeff Bezos, he still finds time to pursue the women that he's interested in. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely
want to make time for, it's you meet a lot of people, but quantity isn't the same as quality connections. So when you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure, man. Listen,
this is 2022. We're not running after no dudes right now. We're not doing
no.
That.
Shante said, go pursue her. Go follow her on Instagram, Pink Sapphire. Actually, you know what? Let me put up Shantae's Instagram now so y'all could go. Are you single, Shante? What's your relationship situation?
Okay, I am single. You got to say single twice, Angie, for the emphasis, because a lot of people are single, but they still not single, and it's complicated. No, I am single.
You know what I say to guys when they say they single? I'm like, all right, you're single, but is there any girl out there that thinks she's in a relationship with you? That's what I always say.
That's a good one.
Because they be like, they're single, and I'm like, is there anybody out there that might think that they're in the relationship? Because a lot of times you might be single in your head, but in Shorty's head, you're not single. So is there any of that going on?
Exactly. You ain't gonna have me tangled with your girlfriend, your ex-wife, your wife, your stalker, your baby mama. I ain't doing the drama.
Heck no. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I'm out of that age group where the guys all have newborns. You know, when you're in your 20s and everybody's popping out kids left, right, and center, and every guy that you get with got, a 6-month-old or this or that. I mean, it was a point in time I couldn't even date a guy without a damn baby. I'm like, God damn, now I'm at the age where these kids are like older. You know what I'm saying? So it's rare that I meet a guy like my age and older that's just popping them out. So I'm just glad they passed the baby mama stage, because when the baby is that young, you got to
Yes.
be careful with the whole, because they still sleeping together.
Still messing
Because
around.
they be thinking that that's they coochie for life.
Exactly.
And they think
Okay.
they could just come in and out like a revolving door up in there. No, that is not how we rolling.
Yes. Not to mention the
Definitely.
ones that need a place, a home to stay, homeless.
Not homeless.
Yes. I'm living with my baby mama, but we not together. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they have all of that.
Foolish.
Exactly. Or no,
Nonsense.
not I'm living with my baby mama. Yo, my baby mom stays with me. That's their favorite thing. Those guys that try to
Well, you
pull.
need a place to stay. Rent about
Absolutely.
$1,500, especially in New York City. It's expensive out here.
Definitely. You staying over there. Stop fronting. I'm definitely not into that. But yo, Shante, before we jump into these games, because I'm not gonna keep you here all night. Tell the people one more time where to find you. You can find Shante on Instagram. Tell them what you're doing on Clubhouse as well.
You can find me on Clubhouse. You can find me on Instagram. I go by the same name, Pink Sapphire Shante, PinkSafire, that you see on the screen. Yeah, I have my own Clubhouse, Pink Sapphire Gems and Friends.
Love it.
Got some interviews that I'm going to be doing. It's just about positive vibes, self-betterment, safe place where we really are coming together to understand one another and not judge each other, positive vibes, positive, good vibes.
Are you still doing that? Didn't you do a podcast with Dee and David? How's that coming along?
Well, he expanded it into the whole group. He said that he wants to do a set, still keep it on Saturday. It's going to be partnered with iHeartRadio. Shout out to Damien.
I love that.
I think he's trying to do like a spin-off reality show with all these different personality people he has.
That's dope. That's dope. Y'all make sure y'all holla at if you want to know who we talking about, you could go back to episode, I believe it was episode, oh my goodness, maybe episode 9 or 10, Respect the Business Owner with Kev Pryor and DWI. I had him on my channel. Go follow. All his stuff is in the description. Follow the Matrix Studio. Shout out to D, definitely. And check for what he got coming out with What New York Sounds Like and the podcast and everything like that. Tap in with him for real. Tap in with Shante.
You can also find them on Clubhouse where I'm a moderator. Shout out to the Matrix Studio, DWI,
Yep.
with the What New York Sounds Like. That's still going. Live on Broadway podcast.
Yep. Shout out to everybody over there. That's the fam. That's the fam right there. Shout out to the whole crew in the building. And again, you're not going nowhere yet, but thank you again for being here, Shante. And thank you for coming to Angie's World, baby girl, the ladies VIP. All right. So we're going to play a quick game. I'm going to ask you some questions and you tell me the answer. A little bit of girl talk games. All right, Shante, what is the most ridiculous thing you ever said to someone you liked?
Ooh, the most ridiculous thing I ever said
to somebody that you liked.
I can't. Oh, I'm not. It's probably something cheesy as hell. Like, I don't know. Your smile is so, I don't know, something stupid. Like, the more I like you, the more cheesy I am. I can't think of the top of my head, but I know it was something silly.
I'm gonna let you think about it. I'll go to the next question and we'll come back to that.
Okay.
All right. Be honest, Shante. Have you ever licked somebody's feet?
Hell no. That ain't. I don't got no fetishes with that. Maybe
has anyone ever licked your feet?
No. But I say no because I don't know if I would like it or not. I don't know. Don't knock until you try it, I guess. Maybe I licked the earlobe or the side of their face, but no. Toes, we don't do that.
Shante said I ain't licking nobody's feet. Nobody licked hers. Guys, if y'all have a foot fetish, hit Shante up. No, I'm just playing.
Angie, I'm gonna get you.
Shante, she said she got some pretty feet.
That's right. I got my foot tatted too, so you gotta have like a cute feet.
Go ahead, go holler at Shante, y'all. She got some pretty feet and they tatted.
I know.
I'm crying. All right. So, would you rather give up your computer, Shante, or your phone for 6 months?
I would say my phone. I think I don't always want people to know where the hell I'm at, including family members and people contacting me and bothering me all the time. But I need my computer because I like to do graphics. I like to create. I'm a Google fanatic. I'm a Pinterest kind of girl. I'll be looking up things like, okay, how can I redesign my room? It's springtime. I want to do these decorations or how-to videos. I need my internet and I need my computer.
I got you, girl. So she said, take the phone. I need my computer. I need to be tapped in.
Would you rather, phone or computer?
Phone.
Oh, okay.
I would give up my computer because I do everything on my phone anyway.
Got you.
But I probably should. Yeah, I do everything on my phone. I can even edit. I can even. What you said, Shante?
The screen, though. How big is the screen, though? I can't maneuver with these things.
But I can turn it to the side.
I
feel you, though. You need that big screen.
I need that big screen.
I feel you on that. You're more comfortable. Maybe if I get a Mac, because I currently don't have a Mac now. I have my iPad and I'm all Apple everything, y'all, but my computer right now is not Apple. But I think I'm about to get one. Maybe when I get a Mac, it'll be like being on my iPhone, but big. So I probably like it. Because I like my iPad too. But sometimes I don't like my iPad. Sometimes I just want to hold my phone because it's like palm size. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I'm telling you, I have an iPad and an iPhone. But when Uncle Sam was giving out them stimulus checks, because that's the most money I ever got from him. And tell you ain't got these independents, you don't get no money back from it.
Hello, don't you know I know? Shoot, I own time. Shit,
I get those stimulus checks mixed in with my paycheck. So I said, okay, Uncle Sam, $1,400. All right, I'm going to go get me a MacBook Pro. So I did. I got me a 2021 MacBook Pro, and I'm telling you, Angie, it's going to change your life.
I'm about to get one myself. But shoot, what you talking about with Uncle Sam, man? Listen, we get our little refund when we don't have dependents. People with kids be 10 stacks, 8 stacks. We lucky if we get a stack, and then we wind up owing a couple hundred. So we really walking away with like 300.
Basically, or nothing.
Or nothing.
Actually, I'm happy about. See, that's single struggle life. When you like, I broke even. I don't owe Uncle Sam nothing. He don't owe me nothing. Good. We good.
Absolutely. Listen, maybe I need to have a few kids so I could get my 10 stacks once a year. Not even stop. Yo, I'm telling my homegirls used to be. Yo, that used to be a hustle when I was in my 20s and my homegirls was having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. They was getting 8 grand, 10 grand, and claiming people kids, getting this grand, that grand. I'm like, y'all, woo. I never got involved in that, but I'm like, that's a hustle right there, child.
Shout out to all the baby mamas out there and single mamas or just mamas, period, that had to come up during the last 2 years during the pandemic because y'all got that stimulus check. And y'all got that regular refund check, so y'all was getting paid.
Yes, must be the money. Or how about this one? When tax time come and the parents ain't together, but one of the parents rushed to claim the kid before the other one. I had some happen. My homegirl said that happened to her. She's like, I'm gonna kill him. The father claimed him. I'm taking him to court because I take care of the kid. I'm like, damn, y'all foul. All right, so what you say, Shante?
At least split it with them. Split it with
right? But this is when they don't get along and then one just want to hurry up and get the bread.
Yep.
All right. Have you ever re-gifted a gift?
Absolutely. Like how that old auntie give you, so I just thought this was so cute, so fine. And it's like, this is hideous.
I know.
So I don't want to throw it away because that's on Dot and TT and them. So
I know. Listen, sometimes
wait. I try to find maybe an organization or, maybe a sick hospital that was sick kids, somebody else that might have a better appreciation or use for it. Because I don't like throwing it away.
I don't throw it away. If I can't regift it, I put it in the lobby of my building, and people always take it. During the I'm constantly putting stuff in the lobby of my building. On my way downstairs, I'm always putting stuff. When I was cleaning out my crib during the pandemic, and I got rid of like 80% of my CDs, 80% of my DVDs, I was putting boxes of CDs and DVDs down there. I get these like notepads and stuff like that from all these different charities, and I accumulate like 50 of them. I put those downstairs. I be putting clothes there. I put everything, and guess what? I come back from work, that stuff be gone. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep whatever I don't use. I put candle. I'm into wax. So all the wax, like you can see behind me, my little wax melt thing in the bookcase right there. I order certain waxes that I don't like, I'll put down there. They take that. They take everything. So I'm like, go ahead, y'all. It's on me.
I would love gifting from you, Angie, because you always got some fly stuff anyway.
Oh, thank you.
I know you with your beauty page, and I was looking at some of the products. Like, I feel like, you gotta have a beauty day show with us and maybe some of the other ladies, and just talk about little like.
I'm gonna do that, y'all. Definitely. I you know what it is? I guess I'll break the news here. This channel is going to be the different series and stuff, but I am going to start at Angie's World, the beauty channel, and I want to do all things beauty over there. I'm going to have the beauty conversations. I'm going to do tutorials. I'm going to talk about my products, because I feel like if I do too much beauty content with this page, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to have a separate page. That's why I created the Instagram, the Angie's World of Beauty, and I'm going to do, because for those of you that don't know, I've been into makeup since I'm I want to say 3 or 4. I've been doing makeup since like the 90s, and I worked professionally in corporate beauty for I want to say 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of background, tried so many different products, and definitely the beauty industry is my second love. So I want to go into that and tap into that, and I know that the ladies is going to love that. So I definitely want to do a beauty day. Absolutely.
And you have some of my favorite products featured too. I see right now. You could spend up some money in some Sephora.
Heck yeah, girl. That's the one thing I miss working in beauty, because especially when I worked in Blue Mercury, because that's like if y'all don't know what Blue Mercury is, look it up. They have all different brands within that boutique. So it's like when you work there, it's like you're working for all the different brands, because you're getting free stuff from the brands. You're learning all the different brands, and you're trying everything new. So you know what works, you know what doesn't work. So the gratis is the only thing that I really miss working in beauty, because I don't want to subscribe to no beauty box and have to pay $20 a month for stuff that I'm not going to use. So I do miss, trying all the stuff, but I'm definitely gonna do some dope creative things there. I want to do high-end versus dupe. Because I found so many good affordable dupes for high-end products. So I want to go into that as well. And it's gonna be a fun time. Absolutely.
That's gonna be great.
Yes. All right. Just a few more questions, and then we up out of here, girl. It says, what was the worst thing you ever sent to the wrong person?
Oh my God. I think the worst texts are the drunk texts. I think you drunk, you had a few drinks, you feeling right, you like, you know what, let me go call that dude, and then you be texting the wrong person, and then and you like, oh shit, I didn't mean to
right?
person.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's that I did, I'm giving them kissy faces and little emojis to throw hints to let them know, what's good. Can I slide through? Them drunk texts be the worst. Be careful, people. Just put down the phone. Leave the phone alone when you're drunk.
Yeah, man. I've sent some texts out when I'm drunk, and the next day I'm like, But yeah, same here. All right. What was all right, here's my question. Have you ever peed your pants?
Yes. You ever laugh so hard? Energy. Got
Yes.
a little drops.
That happened to me. That happened to me at my aunt's house, I think, over Christmas. I was laughing so hard, a little pee came out. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna pee my pants. I was like, I'm laughing so hard. So my cousin was like, try being pregnant. She's like, that's life when you're pregnant all the time. Every time you laugh, you pee.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It definitely does happen. Absolutely.
She said, yeah, and I remember I was watching the Kardashians, and Kourtney Kardashian, after she had her baby, she was like saying how like now it's like she be peeing on herself when she laughs. I'm like, oh no, I don't want that to happen to me. Not no full on pee now. Oh Lord.
It happens. It happens. It happens. And speaking
Okay.
of, my phone just randomly dialing people now.
Girl, you stay doing that to me. I had to put Shante on Do Not Disturb on my phone. She was calling me because my name is A. So everybody has butt dialed me one time in their life. Sent me something wrong on Snapchat. Sent me like they trying to send a story out, but since I'm A, I done got butt dials. People sending me stories. Shante calling me 3-4 times a day from the butt dialing. I'm like, oh, I gotta put this on Do Not Disturb. Shante calling me all types of night and stuff. Talk about, oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
You gotta lock your phone. That's what I do, Shante. Like when the phone, see how it's like locked?
You gotta teach me some things, because guys, now I'm gonna put myself on Front Street. Y'all can laugh, y'all can say what, don't judge, but whatever, you can judge, whatever, I don't care. You know, y'all was all cracking jokes, because remember when we was at the Friendsgiving, I went from a 7+. Yes, guys.
Oh, yes. That's why she don't know what's going on.
What the hell I'm doing? I'm figuring it out. I went from a 7+ to a freaking 13 Pro. That's a big leap.
Yo, you finally did that, Shante. Congratulations, yo. She over here got a MacBook Pro. No wonder she loved her MacBook Pro more than her phone. She was working with a 7 freaking plus.
That's why I don't know how to use it. You gotta show me how to lock it in.
I'm gonna show you, girl. You got to lock that phone, child. I said, why is Shante calling me 10 times a day? She don't know what to do with that phone. You still had a button on your phone, right?
Yes.
Oh no,
guys. When I first got my phone in the mail, I kid you not, I was like,
damn, son. Damn, son.
My friends was like, you don't button, you just swipe. I said, oh.
Yo, I can't believe you still had a button.
A 7+. That is a big leap of faith.
Thank God you took that leap of faith, girl. Lord Jesus. Oh my
that
goodness.
or even get left behind. I mean, we out here in the metaverse.
Yes, might as well have had an Android. You had a 7. Shit. I think what's worse than a 7 is an Android, though.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Here's a couple more questions. All right, Shante. Have you ever sexted? Have you ever sexted, girl? Sext. Send a sex text. Sexted.
Absolutely. To my dad, my boyfriend. Yes, absolutely. What's wrong with that?
We don't care if it's to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your baby daddy.
Whoever. I don't think whoever you love it. I don't think it's something wrong with it.
Same here, man. It's just an element. It's an element of flavor. It just adds to the. Know what I mean?
You gotta keep the spice. You gotta keep the spice.
You have to. All right. Have you ever cheated on a boyfriend?
No. Well, what constitutes as cheating? I guess so. I mean, I flirted with a guy. I took a date, but I never like smashed anyone.
Shante is out there cheating. Let my boyfriend fucking take a date with somebody.
In my defense, we were already on that. You know, the thing is, before you break up with somebody, it's already like you're already going south anyway and moving in opposite direction. We were kind of already, both of us, foots out. I mean, he could have been talking to somebody too, so who knows? But
I would go upside. I'm telling y'all right now, to my future husband that's watching this, I'll go upside your head. Don't play with me. I'm gonna go upside your head, bruh. Nah.
I'm not a cheater. I think it was at a point where I just didn't care, and I was just fed up. We were already kind of on the verge of being quits anyway.
Absolutely. All right. What social media platform are you most addicted to?
I would say Instagram because I love to take pictures. I'm a memory person. I'm always somewhere. I see life in colors. And I'm always like, oh, that's a great place to take a picture at. Look at that. Look at the background. All right, I'm taking a picture. So I would say Instagram because I live for pictures and I love a good caption. And it don't always have to be a selfie of me. Just it could be like a cool building, cool architect, cool art. I'm into all of it. So
yeah, and follow Shante on Instagram. That's her Instagram right there, y'all. Go see her pictures. All right, last question, Shante. Do you pee in the pool when you go swimming?
I mean, who hasn't? I mean, what you really gonna do? Go all the way out of, especially if it's the beach, like just it's all wet anyway. Just like
you know what they used to say to us back in the day? Oh, you could pee in the pool. The chlorine cleans the pee. I don't know if that's just an excuse because everybody pees in there.
Now, you know what? I don't know about the pool. I wouldn't necessarily do that. But like if it's beach, ocean, and I can't get to the bathroom readily and my bladder is full, then yeah, because that shit is all wet anyway. I gotta take it off, take a shower.
I've peed in pools before. I'm gonna tell y'all. I peed in pools before. All right. So here's the thing about me, right? When it comes to pools, I will own, and I love to swim. I love the water, but I will only go in a pool if it's a private pool. Like if you be like, yo, if you buy a house and you got a pool and you like, yo, Angie, come to my pool. If I'm not coming to my family's pool, my friend's pool, it has to be a private pool. I will not do public pools. However, I'll do public beaches. I'll swim in the ocean, but I'm not swimming in a public pool. Like I don't even care if it's a 5-star hotel and we're in Vegas and it's like the pools be packed, like, you know, in rehab and all those clubs and stuff, and people be at the pool parties smacked in a pool. Something like that really just, I don't know, something real dirty about that to me. So the pools, unless it's a private pool, or if I have like the pool to myself or something, if it's at like a hotel, that's the only kind of pool I mess with. Public oceans, because people be like, oh, you go to this beach, that beach is dirty, it's New York or whatever. Listen, the salt water cleans it all. We'll be all right.
I mean, don't you usually take a shower or clean yourself after you get out of the pool or especially the beach? I mean,
heck yeah.
Stuff and
exactly.
That's like asking someone, did you take piss while you're taking a shower? Probably. I'm just saying.
Because you know you're going to clean the tub with bleach afterwards anyway. You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Water's flowing. It's not a big deal. Gotta go.
Absolutely, man. Exactly. Absolutely. Yo, Shante, I appreciate you so much for being here, for stopping by Angie's World, the ladies VIP. You know, you're a friend of the show. You're a friend in real life. You could come up here whenever you want. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Shante on Clubhouse. Make sure y'all check her out on Instagram. Her information is going to be in the description. Y'all make sure y'all check to see what she's doing with her podcast and just follow her. You know what I'm saying? Like she got some big things coming in the works. And thank you so much for being here, Shante.
Thank you, Angie. I would miss. I had fun.
Yes. I'm definitely going.
And just want to say kudos to you for taking that leap. A lot of times we have great ideas, but it takes courage to really just go full throttle and be like, you know what? No matter what, I'm just going to give it all I got and go with it. And you ain't let up ever since. You ain't left your foot off that gas. You just took off, Angie. So shout out to you.
Thank you so much, Shante. You know, ever since the day I met Shante, she always, you know, has nothing but, you know, uplifting and empowering things to say to me. You're always encouraging me and pushing me. She's always telling me, yo, I need to hear you do shows. I need to hear you do podcasts. You know, you meant for this. You walking in your purpose. Like, I enjoy your stuff. Like I appreciate you so much because everybody in my life that does that, that's a rarity. You don't find that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? People will watch you. You know what I'm saying? Come around. You know what I'm saying? The person got to, you know, they building a following or whatever the case may be. I'll come back later when they lit. You know what I'm saying? They come back later when a person's lit. Oh, yeah, I know her. That's my homegirl. Da, da, da. Okay, but where was you at when so-and-so was being built? You know what I'm saying?
Where your ass was at? Where your ass
Yeah.
was at?
That's how
But
people are. I say she, but it could be he or she because it's guys too.
anyone.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyone. So I really appreciate you for, just, for doing that for me. I don't take that for granted and I don't take that lightly. So I appreciate you so much for that, Shante.
It's just fun to see you, watch you bloom and live your purpose
Thank
and
you.
do what you meant to do. So if there's anything I can ever help with, or if you just need somebody, Shante, I need some articles or research. I mean, if you need anything backstage, I don't have to be the forefront of anything. If you need anything, I'm here. If I could do it, I'll do it.
Thank you. Shante is a very supportive friend. And, same here, vice versa. I've been off Clubhouse for a while, but I'm definitely going to come on there and support your club and go in the rooms and stuff like that. I'll be back in Clubhouse.
At the Damien events, like when the summertime take off and he started giving the events and the rooftop, that's where I want to see you at.
Oh, I'm there, girl. Hello. Shout out to DWI. I was there.
We can cook, guys. She can cook her butt off.
Thank you. Yes, Shante, she tasted my baked ziti. I made a meat baked ziti and a plain baked ziti for the Friendsgiving, and I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Shante could cook too. Listen, I don't eat meat, but I heard your fried chicken was on point.
Yeah, I mean,
people couldn't stop talking about your fried chicken, and I think you made. People was requesting that, and I think you made rice and beans at one time too, right? I didn't get to taste that though.
I made Spanish rice and peas.
I wasn't there for that. That was the first event, right?
No, yeah, but I made it at the Friendsgiving. There were 2 things of rice.
Because y'all didn't tell me there was 2 things of rice.
There was a spread. We took stuff home, girl.
Remember, I'm still trying to get skinny, so I didn't take nothing home. But I had the rice and peas that Yaya made. You made rice and peas too?
I made it on both occasions.
I don't know if I tasted your rice and peas.
Don't worry, you'll taste it again.
Yes, I need to taste it. Look at me contemplating because now I'm upset. I ain't taste your rice and peas. Hold up, I didn't know that there was 2 rice and peas.
Yeah, it was. But I made it authentically. That's from shout out to Miss Duce. See, when you live in New York, you shout out to Miss Duce. She showed me when I was young how to make homemade Puerto Rican style sofrito. I mean, you could use the one in the jar, but I make the fresh ones, and I do it the same way that they do it. So it's not much different. Pigeon peas and everything, the chicken in there, yeah.
Oh, you know what? You had meat in yours, right?
I think so.
That's why I didn't try it, because I remember Yaya's didn't have meat. She usually puts meat, but she remembered I didn't eat meat, so that's why I think I didn't have yours, because I think yours had meat. But yeah, next time, definitely, I'm gonna try it.
But it's not a lot of meat. It's not a whole bunch. It's just like one big like drumstick, and I let it like break off the bone to give it that flavor.
Yeah, I don't ever since November 19th, 2010, I haven't had any meat products, nothing meat. Yeah, so it's been like 12 years. So that's why I'm like, I always be asking, is this meat? Is that meat? Right. Now it's like everybody's a vegan, but when I did it last decade, it was like I wasn't a vegan, like I said, I stopped. I'm a pescatarian because I do still eat fish, but definitely it was the only option for me back then was veggie burgers. Now we have Impossible Meat. I literally right before I got on here, I had it was like Impossible. It's supposed to taste like hot dog. And you grill it just like a regular hot dog, but it's not. It's meatless. And it tastes just like one. Because I was like, I gotta eat something real quick before I jump on. Yeah. And I had that. And it was really good too.
Where do you go to get these kind of like meats from? What specialties? Is there a certain
you could either go in a section they had, like now it's more popularized, so mainstream grocery stores sell it. You could go to Whole Foods, you could go to Trader Joe's, you could go to Target, you could go to C-Town, you could go anywhere and find it. You could go online, go on Instacart, you could order the stuff on Instacart. They got it all, girl.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up though. But I will say, a friend of mine took me to a vegan restaurant up in the city, right? And I was very skeptical because I still eat my meat now and then, but I'm trying to lay off and incorporate at least 2 or 3 times a week, like a vegan plant-based meal. I haven't.
Yeah, that's nice.
But it was good, Angie. I said, I didn't feel like I was missing anything. I was very surprised how satisfied I was, how full I was.
Yeah.
Because I think people have this misconception like, vegan food is nasty. It doesn't have any taste. And
That's not true. It's the way you season it. The same way you season chicken, you could get vegetables and season vegetables with all of the same seasonings, hickory smoked, or you could put sazon in there, or you could put like, the low sodium sazon. You could put your sofrito with different vegetables and fish and tofu. Tofu soaks up flavor. So you could curry some tofu. It's all about the seasons, the garlic, the onion, the cilantro. If you like cilantro, I hate cilantro, but scallions, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hate cilantro. Right. I hate it. But you like it?
I love cilantro.
They say people either love cilantro or hate it.
Yeah. You either are a fan of it or you're not.
I cannot stand cilantro. It tastes like soap. I can't do cilantro. Hell no. But shout out to the people that...
It's more to flavor it and let it cook down.
I cannot stand cilantro.
Your favorite rice grandules is made with some cilantro in it.
You put cilantro in that?
Everyone does. Most people, the most basic Spanish rice and beans. It's with.
I didn't know they was putting cilantro now. I know that.
You're putting so much like the sofrito, which has all the peppers and garlic.
Right.
You put so much other stuff in there. The tomatoes and everything.
That is true. That is true. But my favorite food, my personal favorite food, of course, Italian food I love, but that's like a given. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I love my food from my country, but my favorite food is West Indian food, Jamaican food, hands down. That is my ish. Jerk flavor. Well, my favorite dish is ackee and saltfish with dumplings. I can have ackee and saltfish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love ackee and saltfish so much. But when I was eating meat, I loved oxtails. I love curry. But the jerk seasoning, I keep a jar of it in my fridge and put it on everything. I'll put jerk seasoning in tuna with mayonnaise. I'll put jerk season on everything. When I tell you I'm like an honorary Jamaican, like I love Jamaican food. I love it. So that's like my type of food. I like savory, spicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I like Caribbean food too. Sometimes the Jamaican food is sometimes a little too spicy for me. But
really?
Yeah.
I love spice. I love spicy food.
All right. So you Scotch bonnet and down and everything.
I ain't eating the actual Scotch bonnet, but you can definitely make the food with the Scotch bonnet in there. Absolutely. Yeah. Let it soak up all that flavor. Yes, I love it. I feel like Guyanese, out of all the West Indian food, I feel like the spiciest, like what's more spicy. Like, all right, I feel like Guyanese food got that. It's spicier to me than Jamaican food. Trinidadian food is pretty spicy, but I feel like Guyanese, I'd be like, whoo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it crosses the line between like going into the Indian like spices, coming out of the Caribbean and going into that end when I try the Guyanese food. But yeah, like Jamaican is my stuff. Shout out to Miss Darby. Been making me Jamaican food since I'm a young teenager. I gotta get Miss Darby on this podcast, man. I love Miss Darby so much. But yeah, she's
So you're making me hungry.
I know. I'm about to eat after I get up out of here. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to drop this video first, and then this is going to come out on Apple, Spotify, all streaming platforms. So either listen to us, subscribe to the channel, follow me. Follow Shante. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Ladies VIP. I'm Angie, that's Shante. Like I always say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to be in Angie's world. And for that, I love you. And we out of here, y'all. Don't go nowhere, Shante. Peace out, y'all.